Oh,
How have you been? How have you been? I know we've been pestering you for a long time to get you on here. So thank you for giving us your time this afternoon. We really appreciate it, and I'm really looking forward, to be honest, to discovering what your hair journey's been like.
well, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Brilliant. You've been doing some amazing celebrities recently. So who? Let's tell everyone who you are, what you do. Who have you been working with recently?
So I'm Sophie. I am also really weirdly known as the main style nowadays. No one really actually knows me for my name, which is really weird.
How do you find that? What do people like, how do they
It's
refer to you on
it's
set?
really funny because like, I'll say, "Oh, I'm Sophie," and they're like, "Hi," and some people be like, "I really recognise you," and I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm sort of known, not known, but my other name is the main style," and they're like, "Oh my God, you're the main style." Because I used to never really show so much of myself on Instagram. It was more of my work. And then
Yeah.
recently, obviously with like lockdown and everything going on, I sort of was like, I might as well put myself out there more and show everyone who I am. And it's been amazing. Like, I'm very grateful for everything. But no, it's been good.
Was the digital aspect always like a big thing for you before you went freelance? Like,
Do you know what? I've always been from young very good on like computers and digitally and doing stuff. Like I edit everything myself.
yeah.
Everything that I do is edited myself. And it just comes quite naturally to me.
Because
And
I've
I
always
enjoy
felt you were
doing it.
like one of the pioneers, because a few years back we've started a blog, but you were one of the pioneers to really brand it successfully and kind of really stylize it, in my opinion, my humble opinion, a very cool, with a very cool aesthetic, and it wasn't, because it's very easy for hairdressers to go cheesy, isn't it?
Yes,
And I think
100%.
and your blog, I think, was one of the few around at the time that I always appreciated. To be honest, it had great aesthetic, but you had also very cool content. And it's similar sort of like namesake as well. You must be familiar with Main Addicts.
Of course I am.
Yeah, I mean, those guys. For us, like the epitome of like sort of the digital hair care sort of. I mean, they're so cool, and they were one of the inspirations for us at Crow's Nest, really. But
I mean, they are amazing, and I've been lucky enough to do a few like things online for main addicts, and I mean, Jen Atkin is a huge inspiration, and I've been lucky enough to meet her a couple of times. So I main addicts is definitely up there with something that I was inspiring to at the time. Yes.
it's amazing. It's like, how do you master the curl that you're known for now? You're such a master of wave and keeping it cool and undressed. And anyone that knows me and knows Crow's Nest, that's what we're fans of, and that's why I was really passionate about trying to get you on, because the hair that you do is super cool. But is that where that came from then? Like your time in New York, is sort of really mastering that skill?
Yeah, definitely. It's like where I sort of like learned how
Take
to
time.
sort of do people's hair, but like they actually hadn't had their hair done, if that makes sense, like
Yeah.
real effortless feel. And so that was probably about 8 years ago. So then obviously coming back to the UK and starting to like do it more on my clients. And then obviously now I work with GHD as well. So I got to sort of expand my skills through them and all their tools and stylers. It was amazing. It was really great thing to like have on hands.
So that was, you touched on the GHD thing. Are you like an ambassador with GHD? What's going on with those?
Well, I was a brand warrior with GHD, which was something that
Amazing.
they did where we would sort of like go and do like events and go into salons and teach people about the stylers and techniques and stuff. And now I am sort of creating content for them online. I sort of do events and some of their shoots and filming and stuff like that. So it's great. Do you know what? I honestly don't know how I manage everything. It's so funny. People are like, how do you fit it in? And I'm just like, it just all sort of goes together. Like not being in COVID, my normal week is I'm normally shooting, I would say like 3 to 4 times a week. And
Yeah.
then I still actually do clients 2 days a week as well.
Where are you doing that? Are you doing those in a salon somewhere?
Yeah, I work
Freelance?
at a salon called Studio 34. One of my really good friends, Claire Atkinson, who's a hairdresser and has been in the industry for a long time. She's got a salon, so I work there 2 days a week doing all my clients, which is great.
Fab. I mean, I really love that mix. I always appreciated that mix, to be honest, myself, with sort of,
Yeah,
sessions, still keeping some clients. It helps to keep you grounded, doesn't it?
absolutely.
Keep going and talk to some normal people. But one of the things that you were talking to me the other day about was that you were, briefly, but you're really into hair care at the moment. And then let's expand on that a little bit. I mean, is it about the condition of the hair that you're really kind of into, like maximizing that? And what are you using to achieve those results?
I think a lot of people are so into skincare right now, which is amazing because your skin is so important. But I think people sort of forget that your hair and, well, your scalp is your skin. And I feel like
Yeah.
people completely forget how important it is, like, to look after your hair. I get so many people say to me, would you rather not wear makeup, or would you either like have the choice of wearing makeup or it like having your head shaved? I mean, I will always want my hair more than anything because it sort of makes everything so much, makes people feel good about themselves. And I think it's super important for people to take care of their hair, take care of their scalp, like exfoliate, moisturize, condition, like all those things that you would do to your skin, people should do to their scalp as well.
Yeah, it's so important to sort of
Yeah.
maximize that. Do you have any go-to products at the moment for looking after your scalp? One of the ones I've found recently is Christoph Robin.
Yes.
They do some really lovely sort of refreshing oils as well with their sprays and some of the sort of like vinegar-esque things. So they're very clarifying, they're very balancing for the pH as well.
Yeah, no, I've heard of them. They're really good. I mean, treatment wise, I love Olaplex.
Lovely.
Have you tried Olaplex? Yeah, it's amazing. And I love it. I use it on myself the whole time. I naturally have quite like wavy, curly hair. So I love using the Philip Kingsley elasticizer as well, because that really helps bounce up my curls as a treatment. The
Yeah.
Way hair and body scrub exfoliator is amazing as well. I really like to mix things. I've been using a new exfoliator from Monpure, which has been lovely. And they do some really,
Amazing.
yeah, they do some really good like follicle serums to help hair growth and thinning hair and stuff like that, which is really good. I think there's so many brands nowadays out there that are really trying to help with hair care, which I think is great.
What are your go-to products though for curl?
Oh my
For
God.
styling, and finish. So what gives you
What
that cool girl, untouched?
texture?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the minute love it. I love Bumble and Bumble dry spun texture spray. Absolutely love that. I love the Wave spray and the Wave matte pomade.
Wow.
I really love Wave products. They are incredible. Like their rose oil for that sort of like really sexy, glossy, wet look hair is amazing.
Yeah.
Also Color Wow, Style on steroids. Love Style on steroids as well. And their magical, mystical shine spray as well is incredible. Oh my God, I'm like, oh, IGK hair. Have you ever used IGK hair products?
Do you know what? It's one of the ones that I really, really want to start using, but I haven't had the chance to get my hands on any yet.
Oh my
So
God,
if
I'll
they're
have
out
to
there and you
send
want to
you a
send me some,
couple. Yes. Oh my
IGK, come on,
God. Do you know
let me
what
get
those
them on set.
guys are? Well, I've actually never met them, but I've worked with IGK before, and they are so cool. Like the four guys that own it, they are amazing, and they seem so lovely, and their products are incredible.
How do you deal? I mean, let's get a bit serious for a minute, but like, how do
Okay.
you deal with the pressure of delivering regular socials? You know, because at Crozier, we're very passionate about social media, and we kind of want to make everything as easy as possible for people. But one of the things is that people, and we always talk about mental health awareness and all that kind of stuff. But for someone like yourself who's so active on social media, how do you sort of combat that stress of like you're like having to keep up your frequency?
Do you know what? I've sort of now got into a routine. I mean, except for this week, because this week I've had a lot of like brand stuff that not had to do, that I've wanted to do. So I've been posting like every day at the minute, which is full on. I'm not used to that. I sort of now try to post 3 times a week, which is normally 2 posts and 1 IG reel that I've now been doing every Sunday, which has been amazing. I really enjoy doing that sort of stuff. But I do sort of have to plan everything out on like a Sunday night to know what I'm doing exactly this week, what I'm posting, what reels I want to film. I am always looking for inspiration constantly. So it's just whatever comes into my head. Like I filmed an IG reel today for Sunday, hence the hair.
Yeah.
And this came to me last night and I was just like, I'm just going to do it and like see what happens. But it is hard. I get it. It is another job within itself, because when I'm not in COVID life and I've gone out for dinner with friends for dinner and I have to, not have to, but I want to put up a post, I sort of give myself an hour to put it up, like see what's going on, reply to comments, reply to stories, and you have to sort of distance yourself from the surroundings that you're in to focus on that.
Yeah.
Which can be really hard, but I'm so grateful for where I am with it all, and so like thankful for all the people following and everyone who supports me, that I sort of want to, it makes me want to do it more.
But it's so important to stay on trend or up to date with your trends when you're working in the celebrity market, because they, and again, especially I've done people where you've had to do like 3 looks in one day. Like it's the same day, but they're on 3 different shows. So you've got to do like 3 different looks. So like, you have to have that knowledge in your armory. Like, how do you stay up to date on your trends? Like, what are your go-tos for that?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, it depends what I'm actually doing and like whether I visually get to see outfits before, like we're filming or red carpet or stuff like that. I always vision board. Pinterest, absolutely love Pinterest. It's amazing for inspiration. Also, like Instagram is amazing for inspiration as well. And I sort of like, I'm really big on hair accessories. Whenever I can fit a hair accessory into something, I literally will. But I'm always like out there. I'm always using YouTube as well to learn new things. I love YouTube. Like whenever I'm sort of intrigued about something, like recently I've been like braiding, but not using hairbands to finish the braids. So I like to try and see how to do things differently so that they stand out. I'm very like onto trends. I love it all. I don't know, I just find it so interesting to see what's going on in the world and stuff like that. So it's amazing.
Where's who's your go-to photographers at the moment? Who have you been enjoyed shooting with?
Well, do you know what? I've actually started shooting with a new photographer. She's called Sasha Benjamin. It's really weird. Normally, I was doing a lot of beauty shoots, which I love. I really love beauty shoots, but I'm very into fashion anyway. So I'm sort of really enjoying working more with stylists and makeup artists, as in like full looks rather than just close-up beauty shots. I don't know why I just did that.
Little Vogue.
But also like I work with Taryn Lee, who's an amazing photographer. I've worked with her quite a lot. She actually works for Charlotte Tilbury now. She does amazing beauty shots, which is great.
Lovely.
But I sort of like to just mix it up, really.
Yeah. But it's nice to sort of see who you're raving about right now. It's kind of what's your favourite hairdo at the moment? What are you into? You said you've been exploring braids. Is that
my favourite hairdo right now? Oh, that's an easy. I know my favourite hairdo. I mean, I'm loving like flipped out ponies and flipped under ponies. They're pretty cool. Anything. I love a little flipped out bob. Really cute. Yeah, that sort of thing right now. I mean, I always love waves, but I try and like, I'm loving like using clip-in extensions a lot at the minute, and also accessories as well.